Hello everyone, Shakarez or Killbot here, and today I'm bringing you another episode and the second installment of a Midlaner's journey to Diamond 1. And you might notice actually, before we start, let me change the fog of war to blue only. There we go. And you might notice the name of the account is different. I did name change on the other account, but this is my NA account that was pretty much inactive. I used to use it to contact with Curse Pros whenever I had LoL Pro stuff to do, but Skype and TeamSpeak is overall better, so playing with 200 ping in NA makes no sense, at least in my opinion. And whenever Europe West is down, I can just play other games instead of playing League of Legends. So I brought this account back from NA. I had one placement played on it, strangely enough. And yeah, these were my placements. I got placed in mid-gold, gold 3 I think, but my MMR is sky high as I'm playing with plat 5 players already in gold 3. And it's going pretty well. You guys mentioned you didn't want me to do a climb from Diamond 4 to Diamond 1. It's not really a real climb, it's only 3 tiers. Although the climb is much harder there, I'd ultimately not take much time to get there, so yeah, I'm gonna call this episode a new beginning. And right here, I get level 2 first, immediately W Z, and then I RQ him. Now, Karma is actually a really good mid laner, and she's very underrated. She's very strong, and right here, let's watch this. Flash in, get the auto, he flashes as well. And let's look at his HP, because this was pretty ridiculous. And my mistake here was pretty much I should have gone in immediately. He popped the potion, and the potion gave him just enough HP. So right here, IQ. I gave him too much time because I backed off. I flash, and he ends up with 2 HP and survives. So, unfortunate, but it happens. I almost kill Zed. And I use Karma a lot as a counter to the AD mids, not Talon, but versus Zed and versus Yasuo, I feel like she does really well. You'll notice that this game I'm running Exhaust, and I could be running Ignite, and now she would be dead. Oh yeah, and Evelyn ganks here. I want to talk about this gank. So let me just back off to explain what I do. So Evelyn's behind me, so probably here. She's going from behind. I don't have flash, so I'm very vulnerable. And I immediately RW, and now my RW gives me health based on my missing health. So the lower I am, the more health it will give me, and it will give me health 2 times, in the beginning and in the end of the cast, so try to keep it up. Unfortunately, we don't kill Zed there. I'm 1 auto attack away from killing him, but I can't go in, or Eve will go in and kill me. I do have exhaust, but I figured it was too risky, even if I exhausted her. And the reason I'm bringing Exhaust, and you see me use Exhaust a lot, is we're versus a double assassin comp. And Evelyn does a lot of damage as well, so we have a lot of Exhaust targets on the other team. I am going to get Zhonya's for the Zed ult, but I still want the Exhaust, for example, for the Akali. So I think it's overall a safe summoner that will give me an edge in team fights. I'm not looking to win lane that hard. I'm looking to give my team utility. So 23 CS to 8, I'm doing pretty well. I'm zoning Zed pretty well. Sorry about that. There we go. I buy 2 cloth armor. I could go for the Amp Tome, but I want the defense. Because I'm doing pretty well with the base stats, I really don't think I need more damage than this. Elise tries the gank, doesn't work out. And yeah, I'm pretty much zoning him out from creeps. He can't really do much. And what do I want? Oh yeah, so Karma's QW combo is really strong. If you manage to use your W, you'll be able to lock them down and then use an easy RQ and manage to trade with them favorably. And you'll notice that the biggest mistake from this Zed at the moment is he always uses his shadow aggressively when he needs to use it defensively. So right here we catch him out. He's not going anywhere. He gets stunned. And Elise takes the kill, unfortunately. But an assist is good. And we start getting an edge here. So this game, my top laner, I think he was a smurf as well. He told me he was a smurf, so he went Twisted Face top, and he knew I was Karma mid, so he was okay with it. It wasn't a miscommunication. And top and mid did really well. Unfortunately, bot lane didn't do too well, but that's okay. We end up carrying their asses. So right here, I just want to get 6 and back off. They gank me, but none of them are 6. Zed ignites me, but he's not going to kill me. I knew Elise was around, so it's okay. I wanted to push the lane, and I want to keep the lane pushed so Zed can't roam. So if my lane is constantly pushed the turret, I'll force him to be at the turret, and if he's at the turret, he won't be able to roam. Twisted Fate ends up killing Zed there, gets a bit too cocky, and Twisted Fate teleports to mid. And I get more farm, so I'm now 21 CS ahead of him. I have my Seekers, and next up I'm going to get a... I don't know the name of the item. It's the one that builds into Morellonomicon, the mana one. It's a pretty good item right now. Gives a lot of mana, and at the moment in the current meta, especially since I'm versus AD, and after the Athene's nerfs, there's very few champions that should actually go Athenes, because 25 MR is negligible, so you should only really go for... You should really only go for those kinds of items if you're a Lux, if you're a Ziggs, if you're an Orianna that really needs a Chalice passive. So right here, engage, Zed uses his shield aggressively, his shadow I mean, and I'm trading pretty well. Right here, he ults and I exhaust him, so the damage he's going to do is going to be really low. So as you can see, Death Mark doesn't really do that much damage. He flashes out the RQ, and we're back to normal laning. So I'm doing pretty well right now. They're chasing Akali on bot lane. I'm not going to go there because I'm just going to lose creeps, and it's not really worth a kill. I was going down right now, but then I see she's going to suicide to turret. Not worth at all. And now you get to see the biggest fail ever. So here Zed goes in for some reason. So he just ends up giving me an easy QE. And look at this. I don't even have a word for this. So I could just QR him here. But I flash in. He turns around. Evelyn shows up. And I look like the biggest fucking retard ever, because this was really bad. So this was... not my only death. I think I died once more. But this was definitely my worst death ever. It was pretty sad. I shouldn't have done that. I should just try the RQ, and if I had missed, that was okay. I could just keep dominating the lane. But yeah, don't flash in aggressively if you're not sure of your capabilities. And that's what ended up happening. So yeah, laning phase still going well. I got the item, what's it called? Oh, Forbidden Idol, that's it. I really like Forbidden Idol. It gives you enough mana sustain on most champions, so you really don't need the Athene. So unless you're playing, again, Ori, Ziggs, Lux, you really don't need it. Oh, sorry about that. Let's go back. I do have timestamps. I did take timestamps of this game, but I forget to look at them. So right here, Zed engages. Not very smart of him, although he almost gets Twisted Fate, but it's a 2v1. He's not going to do much with it. So right here, you see, like, Twisted Fate doesn't really need Chalice at the moment. Actually, a really good build for Twisted Fate at the moment is going for the Morellonomicon into Sheen, and it gives you enough mana sustain and enough mana pool to stay in lane. But he's against an Akali, so he will need all the magic resist he can get. And yeah, here I am pushing lane again, trying to get the turret as soon as possible, and I get it. So pretty good laning for me. I'm not going to roam much this game because, again, I'm versus an assassin. He's ultimately going to be more useful than me in team fights if he plays it out well. So I just want to keep him from snowballing. That's the importance here. And this Akali, so offensive. And right here, she does hide, but she doesn't run out of the QE. She was dead anyway, so we kill her. Going back to mid lane. Here we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep pushing. Right now I'm aiming towards my Zhonya's. If this was a Yasuo, I'd probably go Morellonomicon, but I want the Zhonya's for the Zed ultimate. So I get blue here. Keep pushing the lane. Zed gets spotted. He takes out the pink ward. I think they dove bot lane and Caitlyn got a double kill, but Akali was there, so she killed. But it's not really problematic. And I just want to keep pushing the lanes and keep putting pressure on Zed. Although right here, after this wave, I should go, and I could go Wraiths. But I wanted to figure out where Zed was. And I saw him with a Twisted Fate ultimate, but right here I'm pushing him in. And I know that Eve might come, but I'm level 11 to level 9 Zed, so it should be okay. And sure, I'm poking him from afar, but what I should be doing right now is I should be doing Wraiths. Now right here, I got the pink ward. I placed it there. I saw the ward. Unfortunately, the initial vision that pink ward gives is not enough to take it down. But I know the ward is there, so I know they have it warded. And I keep poking Zed. But yeah, whenever you push the lane like this, you should be doing Wraiths. You should not be doing what I'm doing, because I'm achieving practically nothing. Right here, Akali goes in. I really didn't get this Akali the whole game. She kept doing this. Right now she's hiding. Shows up. Dies. So she went aggressive on me. I wouldn't say under turret, but really close to turret. And my W gives vision on Akali, actually. So if you use it well, you'll see her through her shroud. And that's really important. Also, something to note, our team already has... Oh, here's the Zed engage. I exhaust him, so he's not going to do much damage. He takes the RQ damage, despite flashing the second part, using the shadow, I mean. And then Evelynn comes in. She's not going to do much. So, I tried to speed up Twisted Fate here, but he's hesitating, and Evelynn decides to run. And right here, you can catch people off guard with Karma's damage. Karma's damage is pretty high. So right here, Evelynn's what? Mid-health? Let me check. Yeah, Evelynn's mid-health. I RW, because it's guaranteed damage, easier to hit than the RQ, since it's not a skill shot. And then after she gets snared, she's an easy kill. So your combo is usually, for damage, it's usually W into RQ or RW into Q. Now the first is more bursty, the second is better. If you can't land the skill shot, which was that situation. I couldn't really land the skill shot since I was behind minions. Right here we're trying to take blue. Twisted Fate gets it, and I get engaged on by bot lane. Now this is problematic. We have to run away, because they have a double assassin comp, and although they're behind, they will kill us. So I flash out here. Now, what happens here is I go, instead of running immediately, I end up trying to save Caitlyn, and I get ulted by Leona, and yeah, Akali finishes me off. And this is a really bad team fight for us. I think we end up trading, yeah, 4... Yeah, exactly, 4 for 1, so an extremely bad trade. And these happen in gold all the time, even if your team is ahead. They happen all the time. Twisted Fate goes top, farms. And I got my Morel Namakan now, and my Zhonya's, so I'm pretty well. Next up, I'm probably going either for Death Cap or Void Staff. And if this was Diamond, I'd go Void Staff 100%. But it's not, and people don't get MR. And right here, Suicide, Akali again, giving me free kills. She fed a lot this game. She was going pretty man mode, and we would disengage all the time, so she didn't do anything this game, really. It was pretty bad. So yeah, right here I'm pushing again. I could be doing Wraiths, but Caitlyn is on Wraiths. So I'm just keeping the lane pushed. And I saw Zed there, and he goes in. He uses Bork active early, I guess. And Twisted Fate ends up coming in, finishes off Zed, and now we're obviously on a 3v1, and we're going to turn it around versus Eve. Now, what was important there is I didn't have exhaust. Well, I did. I ended up using it on Eve, but instead of using exhaust, I don't really have to use it all the time, so I just Zhonya's the death mark. Right here, Akali goes in to kill Elise. I shield her, which allows her to survive. And now she's pretty much fucked. So, RW, explodes again. Another kill for us, and Akali keeps feeding. Oh yeah, right here, I go a bit too aggressive. Caitlyn gets scared and flashes out, but we could definitely have killed the Graves. I think I went a bit too man mode right there. And we end up going mid again. Twisted Fate and... Wait, oh, I got an assist on that. Oh. So, I think I actually... Yeah, I end up landing an RQ. RQ actually has a lot of range, and I feel like Karma right now is kind of the new Nidalee with the nukes she has. Right here, again, Akali going super aggressive. She's in their shroud, but we can still hit her. She tries to go on Caitlyn, and she dies. And now Evelyn can't do much. And then Leona goes in, full man mode. I shield Twisted Fate, and I think we kill this Graves. Yeah, I think he's dead. I think Twisted Fate chases him. Yeah, there we go. And I go for Leona. Unfortunately, I'm not going to achieve much because she's quite tanky, and she's in my fog of war. Now, what I notice about these games in gold is that the teams are overall so aggressive. Like right here, they just came from base, they're already going in. Now I let Annie run. I run through another spot because I want to keep my distance from Akali. The stun lands here, and I'm going to RQ, which is going to do a lot of damage. She stays on the Q, and I flash in, Q, you're dead. Now Evelyn has to back off because it's a 3v2 now, and we're just gonna kill Leona. So again, so aggressive, this Akali. She kept going aggressive, and the thing about assassins like Akali is you need to find the right opportunity to go in. You can't just go in like that. You have to choose your moments, and Akali was not choosing them at all. So that's why she's 2-9. Now right here, we decide we go for the inhib. I make a mistake here. I use my RQ. I shouldn't have. And Akali comes back in, and Eve. They both have ultimate, so... Elise ends up dying. I start running. I almost kill Eve, and right here. This is very important. I'm just going to repeat this. See how our W is a very strong kill on Karma. So, right here, she uses Mikhail's on me, she ends up saving me. Eve survives, and right here, R, W, Sonya's, and I'm getting the health back, and I'm going to get the health back again while doing damage. So I'm mid-health, more or less. She goes in, I get a Q off, we're both pretty low, and we both decide to back off ultimately. So she backs off, I back off. Overall, unlucky from my side. I could have killed that. Also lucky, because I survived with like 10 HP without when I use my RW. But yeah, right now the game is under control. We have one inhib, and one inhib is empty. And right here I ping Zed, because I know that Annie and I can kill her. If Annie stuns, I can land my burst. So she stuns. You're not going anywhere. You die. A bit of overkill. Annie uses Tibbers. And this is overall too much aggression. Like, Leona's alone, and she decides to go in on Twisted Fate. You're not going to kill Twisted Fate alone. He's just going to stun you, run, and get back up. So, easy Baron for us. And people keep going aggressive, and it makes no sense. So, they're behind. They have an assassin comp. They need to pick off people. They don't have to team fight. They should split. They should catch TF or myself alone with Akali and Zed, and they should be trying to kill us. So right here, Zed goes in again. Zhonya's a death mark. Easy stuff. And I did get Rabadons because you look at the enemy team and no one really has MR. So yeah, right there Zed disconnects or AFK is not sure. And the game's pretty much in the bag. So Karma, very strong mid laner, very underrated actually. I feel like she's the new Nidalee with the nukes. She's really strong with the nukes. It just takes a lot of positioning because the Q is very hard to hit because of minions. It's really annoying when you want to hit a champion and you end up hitting a minion that blocks it. And she only has one ranged long-range damage spell. But her RW is a really good tool for changing team fights around. And right here, kill Evelyn. She's really squishy. I mean, she has health, but she has no resist, so she's ultimately going to die. Game's pretty much over. 11-2 on Karma, pretty good score. And this was one of my promos, and then I ended up getting gold. My promos went horribly, actually. I got 3 4v5s. We almost won one until our Kazakhs decided to throw. And I got 1 5v4, and I ended up going 5-5, so not too bad. I mean, I got 1 loss because I already had 1 loss from a placement on an A that I don't even remember doing. So I got 1 loss that was a 5v5, and I got 2 wins that were kind of 5v4s. One was a 5v4 and the Midlaner came back, and the other one was a 5v4 the whole game. So I see a lot of AFKs here, but overall the population isn't too toxic. I'd say Diamond is definitely more toxic. They'll kill you for any type of mistake you do, so it's pretty aggressive there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the Karma game. Next up will be a Yordle game. Let's see if you can guess who I'm using for next game. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the Rift. Shakarez signing out.